Continuous, fan-friendly Syracuse sports coverage on WSKO Syracuse. A Cumulus media station, the voice of the Central New York sports fan, The Score, 1260. Welcome to your home for local sports in Syracuse. Outside the Box Score with Mark Rowlands starts right now.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Outside the Box Score. With me, Mark Rowlands, your home for local sports in Syracuse on the Score 1260. Jim's already in the chat. He's been going nuts. He's the biggest fan, and we love him.
Shout out to Jim.
And he just pointed out in the Twitch chat, yeah, we got a full house today. Not just me, not just Josh. He's here as well. Hi, Josh.
Hello, Mark.
We've got Mike Boeheim, Josh's father.
How you doing, everybody?
There he is. And Zach Nunez.
What up?
3 members of the Hot Stove radio show and podcast. May she rest in peace.
Yeah, we're coming up on 2 years since our last episode in March.
Yep.
Will it ever come back? Probably not, but you know.
Every time you've been in the studio a couple of times, and I always say, why don't we bring it back? And you're always like, there's a chance.
Last time I was here was a little bit over a year ago.
Yep.
Because I remember saying that I had ideas, even though we hadn't done a show since March, I had ideas for the end of the year. Of the end of 2023. I wanted to do another Stovey Awards and that stuff, and then we just never did it.
We never did it.
Unsurprisingly, it's the story of my life. You know, promising people things that I never like, go through on. So, it makes sense that we just never did it. Who knows? I still have the microphone. Maybe when I move into my new place soon, whenever that
Another new place.
Just
moved.
After my lease is up in March, I'm going to be moving to I'm getting my own.
Oh, excellent.
Oh, attaboy.
Once I do that, I'll set up a studio.
We'll
yeah, rock absolutely.
I mean, the Stovey Awards are the biggest night in sports.
So I agree.
People are saying this.
Yes.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I've never even heard of that. The ESPYs? ESPYs? Yeah. I don't know what they are.
European.
Some European nonsense. We got Pat in the chat as well, commenting on our.
You say you look
beverages. Yeah, he just did. You just did his usual looking good, Mark, with an exclamation point. Not all caps. So big show today. Obviously, got a lot of people here, and the reason is the 4 of us after the show, along with my father, who I would have loved to be here, but he has to work. Are going to the SU Georgetown game.
What a dedicated man! He's going out for the afternoon. He's got a big game. I gotta get my hours in.
Yeah, he works every Saturday, like 9 to 1. Just goes in for a few hours and does his thing. Because it's because he gets Mondays off. So
oh, okay, there you go.
His weekend is Sunday, Monday.
Mark, I'm just trying to talk him up as a dedicated employee.
He is a dedicated employee.
You didn't have to let him know that.
My dad's a great employee. They love him there. They're furious that he's going to retire next year. Not actually furious, but
good for him.
Yeah, he's going to retire so he can work. He's going to work at Bellevue with me. My dad's going to be a bag boy.
Oh, hell yeah.
That rocks.
Yeah.
That is such a great job for him, too.
Oh, yeah, it's perfect. He's super excited because we were talking about it. He's like, Mark, I'm thinking about retiring. I'm like, oh, really? What are you going to do? He's like, well, I've been thinking about it, and I kind of want to be a bag boy. I was like, really?
It's his lifelong dream.
Well, my dad caddied at Bellevue, 50 years ago. So he's a lifelong golfer. He loves golf. And
D1 golfer, yeah?
Could have been.
Oh, I thought he was.
No, could
that pesky
ACL.
No, was offered, said, nah, I'm good, and worked at a gas station.
Oh,
so he didn't.
Classic story.
He didn't go to college strictly because he didn't feel like it, and I respect the hell out of that. He was like, no, I don't like school.
Good for him.
But yeah, was offered to be a collegiate golfer. And so he was like, yeah, I think I want to be a bag boy. I was like, oh, okay, sure. Yeah, let's get you a job at Bellevue. And then a couple weeks go by after we had talked about it, and he's like, no, you know what, Mark? I'm super excited to work at Bellevue. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, because he knows half the members there.
Sure.
Like, just from being around the west side of Syracuse for 60 years. And so he knows half the people there, and, it's a great golf course, and no free ads, but what am I going to do? Tell you to go pay $8,000 to be a member of Bellevue? You can if you want. It's a great course, but I'm not advertising for them. They're just my other employer, but so that's going to be a lot of fun. Is my dad and I working together at Bellevue, and so many people there know me as Roger's kid anyway. So
now Roger will be there.
Yeah, exactly. So the 5 of us are going to the SU Georgetown game. Nunez, have you? I don't remember. You've been to a game with us, right?
I've never. We were talking about it on the way here. I have been to the Dome twice, both for marching band state championships because my sister did color guard in high school.
Love it.
So I've been to the Dome twice, but I've never been to an SU game. So this is my first time going to.
Okay, I couldn't remember if you came with us to the the Wake Forest game.
No,
Yeah.
No, this is my first time taking in real life hoops since I was at Quinnipiac.
Oh wow!
Yeah, this is the first time I haven't been to a pro game since then. I haven't been to any college games since then. So it's been a couple years.
Well, you're going to one of the venues in college basketball.
I've heard that today is very important. Actually, today is meeting 100 between these two.
Yes,
these two teams. That feels special.
It's always a special game, at least in my opinion. I know in Josh's opinion. I'm sure in your opinion as well, Mr. Boheim. For sure. And it's one of those things. I was talking. It's funny. Last night, actually, I was talking to a couple of current SU students, none of which were from around here.
Mm-hmm.
And one was from New Jersey, one was from Long Island, just from all over the place. One was from California. And I was like, so what do you guys think about tomorrow? Like, what, the game?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, the SU game. And they're like, well, it's a game. We're going. It's going to be fun. And I'm like, no,
Kills you.
That's the problem. Is students now, especially ones from not around here, which SU is getting more and more of, kids that aren't just from Central New York, which is a good thing for the university, absolutely. But when that's the case, you sort of lose the juice.
When I was picking up our donuts today, brought some donuts in, the guy behind the counter, younger kid, goes, "Oh, is that Georgetown, the high school?" And I was like, "It's the university, pal." And I thought I was I thought he was doing a joke thing.
Yeah.
And then so I pay and I go, "Is this because the game later?" He goes, "What game?" And I'm like, "Oh, what do you mean?" He's like, "There's a high school at Georgetown. I didn't know if you played lacrosse or anything." I'm like, "I love that you think I could have played lacrosse there. I appreciate that, but no, I don't know what you're talking. I don't know. We didn't know what we were talking about."
But it's just, it kind of sucks that I think there's still like 5,000 seats available in the Dome, or 3,000.
Okay.
There were 3,000 seats available. There's not going to be only 3,000 empty seats at the Dome today with season ticket holders and resale and stuff. You're looking at a crowd of probably 23 to 25,000, which
is more than most other colleges are able to put in the seats.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's still a great attendance for college basketball.
Mm-hmm.
It's not great attendance for SU Georgetown.
I think it tucks to the weekend that it's been like this weekend pretty much every year since they've left the Big East. And it's a weekend where like some kids are already going home this weekend. Like they're not on campus. Finals some have already happened. Next week's finals week.
Yeah.
Maybe you're just leaving. Maybe they're remote. Maybe something like there's not as many kids on campus right now. So you're kind of hurting that population too.
I'm excited to see what the vibe on campus is like after or before and after, because we're heading over to campus right after this.
Yeah.
My dad's going to meet us here and we're all going to head over there. And I am interested to see what the vibe is like, at, the bars on Marshall Street and that sort of thing, because talking to those guys last night, they're like, yeah, we're going to go out before, go out after because it's an SU game, but this is Georgetown. This is, for a lot of SU basketball fans, this is the Super Bowl every year.
I mean, this is the rivalry that built the Big East Conference.
Yes.
Right? I mean, Syracuse left, right?
Mm-hmm.
But without Georgetown, Syracuse, there isn't a Connecticut to win back-to-back national championships.
Exactly.
That doesn't happen. So that's how big this rivalry is. You need to explain it to these punks.
I tried to. I was like, no, there's more to it than just another game. This is, something we've talked about a million times. John Thompson with the towel on his shoulder saying Manley Fieldhouse is officially closed. This is like the last game of Manley Fieldhouse was huge, and this is the birth of the Big East and the best, in my opinion, still the best conference for college basketball in the country. was built because of these two teams. And of course, St. John's and Pitt and West Virginia, all these other teams. But it boils down to SU Georgetown. And
by the way, I am thrilled that they've kept the rivalry going.
Yes.
Even though Syracuse left.
Oh, yeah.
I think that would have been terrible for college basketball.
If there was a year without an SU Georgetown game or a 2 or 3 year stretch, a feigning interest in this team, which is already happening, would just accelerate, because it is one thing that a lot of diehard fans like myself live for this game.
Yeah. I need a little bit more after going 2 years ago, and we went and we were in full Georgetown regalia, and really nothing. No jabs, nobody, telling me to get the hell out of here. I need a little bit more. I need somewhere in the middle between what I'm getting now and a child being pushed down at a Bills game. I need somewhere in the middle. Bills fans are here, SU fans I need somewhere in that sweet spot. Maybe throw a beer on me. I'll take that.
Yeah.
Get a little feisty. Let's do something today. Let's get kicked out.
Now, what would help, Josh, is if Georgetown was any good.
Yeah, well, yeah.
When we got beat 2 years ago, we were horrible.
Yeah, that was not a good Georgetown team.
We're a little better now, but I don't know that we're still the level you want to get a beer dumped on yet.
That was during the period where we were betting against Georgetown every single night. They didn't win a game for like 6 months.
Yeah.
Maybe,
But then won the Big East the year before that after doing the same thing.
I still can't believe Georgetown won the Big East that year.
The greatest Pat Ewing coaching achievement of all time is somehow beating Creighton for that Big East championship and then instantly getting bounced by Colorado in the tourney.
Yeah, I mean, it was not.
No, it never close.
Yeah.
One of the lowest conference tourney winners of all time seed-wise, by the way, and they probably still didn't deserve the 12.
No, I started a petition, or considered starting a petition, to keep them out of the tournament. No, Creighton won the Big East. That game never happened.
Somebody lower down the totem pole that year, Butler or somebody got screwed by the way, and they were like, "What the heck? Georgetown?
Weren't they like 500?
I don't think they were even 500.
I was gonna say like a couple games below or something.
Yeah, we were under 500.
Yeah, just atrocious that team was allowed to play in the NCAA tournament.
Didn't even sniff 15 wins.
No.
Yeah.
I'm still baffled at how we won that conference tournament, really. I mean,
yeah.
It really is one of the better conference tournament runs ever, just because the team was so bad and they still did it.
Yeah.
So shout out Pat Ewing for the only good thing you did while the coach of Georgetown University.
Damn right.
I'll say while the coach, because obviously he was a tremendous player.
Good at it.
that's a good point. He did win a Final Four.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He was a pretty decent player.
He was okay.
Boy.
He was fine.
What's next? Ronnie Cycli was better than you.
I'm just saying, I think Ronnie Cycli played longer in the NBA.
For the record, on this Georgetown team, this was the 2020-2021 Georgetown Hoyas.
Yep.
They went 13-13, 7-9 in the Big East, and lost by 23 in the first round of the tournament to Colorado.
Not enough points. Should have lost by 40. But no, of course, I kid about Pat Ewing and his illustrious career at Georgetown, one of the best college basketball players of all time. But Ronnie Cycli was pretty good too.
Sure.
He legend Ronnie Cycli.
He legend Ronnie Cycli. I'm surprised they haven't retired his jersey, just like everyone else that's ever played for the Miami Heat.
I can't wait. I cannot wait until like Norris Cole gets his jersey retired by Miami. It's gonna be awesome.
Mario Chalmers.
Rio deserves it, man. He brought 2 titles to this.
I was just saying, Mario Chalmers is absolutely going to get get his number retired by that team.
Yeah.
No one will wear number 13 for the Miami Heat starting in like 3 years. I guarantee it. I feel like we've talked about this before, but you are a Miami Heat fan.
Yeah.
I want to ask your opinion on how they retire jerseys.
I think it's sometimes strange, sometimes very deserving. Like why Shaq's jersey is retired is beyond me.
Yep.
You know why Michael Jordan's jersey is retired is beyond me.
They retired Michael Jordan's number for beating them for 15 years.
They retired Michael Jordan's number for his quote contributions to the game of basketball, which I find strange.
They retired Dan Marino's number for playing a different sport.
Yeah, I don't understand it at all. But like, retire Wade's number, retire
of course,
Zoe and Tim Hardaway and Bosch and Udonis and
Gary Payton.
LeBron's gonna get his number. Is Gary Payton's number retired?
No, I don't
No.
think so.
I don't even.
Birdman.
He was on that
He was on
the
the
Shaq
06
team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris Birdman
Yeah,
Anderson.
that would be awesome. Seeing the bird fly one more time. But like, yeah, it's kind of weird, right? And LeBron's gonna get his jersey retired by them.
Yeah,
I'll
of course.
guarantee you that.
I'm shocked they haven't done it already.
I'm team retire Goran Dragic's number.
Yeah.
That man was the staple of a kind of dark period for that roster for a handful of years.
I would be fine
He's
with
the
that.
man.
He spent a lot of time with the Heat.
And while we're at it, why not retire Deion Waiters' number? Why not retire Syracuse legend Deion Waiters? Why not retire
The Philly cheese, baby.
why not retire Josh McRoberts' his number? What about Luke Babbitt?
Let's just throw it out there.
I think
Kevin Love won a title.
There you go.
Retire his number.
I think we should get to the point where Miami Heat players can no longer have numbers on the back of their jerseys. The Yankees are approaching this. They retire everyone in their sister's number.
Yeah.
So I think just get to the point where
you have 12 numbers.
Yeah, maybe you can wear number 76. Maybe I don't know who's gonna. Eventually, that'll get retired for whoever plays 5 years for the Miami Heat.
It's gonna be awesome when Haywood Highsmith's number gets when his number or when Omar Yurtseven's number gets retired for like being awesome for 2 months like 3 years ago.
Hassan Whiteside.
Nobody's doing it with blocks. Nobody's doing it with blocks.
I do respect their commitment to just retiring numbers.
Yeah.
Same with the Yankees.
Awesome.
It's like, no disrespect to Paul O'Neill. Does Paul O'Neill really need his number retired by the New York Yankees?
He's a broadcasting legend, man. Retire
Great.
the microphone, just like RJ.
Yeah, but teams do that. They put a, if you want to honor a broadcaster, they put a little microphone up there. The Dodgers have done it with Vin Scully, and a lot of teams do that. So whatever, but really, Paul O'Neill, that's what we're doing now. I don't get it. We got to take a timeout. We're a little overdue for a break. We're going to come
Jim.
back. He actually didn't say anything this time.
Oh, that's good.
Jim didn't yell at us.
I think
to go to
maybe
break.
it's like if we start dragging that he's like,
Yeah.
maybe we should take a timeout.
Yeah,
Okay, sure.
timeout reset.
Yeah.
We're on fire. There's no dragging going on.
We'll come back. We got a lot more to talk about. SU Georgetown, SU football, all sorts of stuff. Kyle McCord finishing 10th in Heisman Trophy voting. We can get into that as well as other college football. So we'll be back in just a couple of minutes here on Outside the Box Score. For the best local beer in Central New York, the only place you need to look is Myers Creek Brewing Company, with 16 different beers on tap at both the Inner Harbor in Syracuse and the Palace that is the Cazenovia location. Myers Creek has something for everyone. Want a bite to eat? Both locations feature a kitchen with delicious pizzas, some of the best wings in Syracuse, and much more. Make sure to check out our friends at Myers Creek Brewing Company, the official bar of Outside the Box Score.
Don't let winter catch you.
Yeah, Jim's giving me crap for, he's like, wait, you're actually reading the chat? Yes, I am reading the chat, but we were having a nice discussion. There's 4 people in studio, Jim.
Yeah.
Where, there's a lot
Jim
going
wants
on.
to be involved.
He did say a note to the Bohemes. There were other good rivalries in the Big East heyday. Signed Lou Carnesecca. Which
Rest in peace.
I was gonna say the guy just died.
So I'll give that.
Good riddance. That's what I say.
There were other good rivalries. But
Oh, yeah.
Georgetown Syracuse was the rivalry. There's a Final Four where there were 3 Big East teams.
Yeah.
Georgetown, St. John's, Villanova. You could argue for Georgetown, St. John's.
the center of
Georgetown,
Yeah.
Villanova.
Yeah.
That Villanova-Georgetown game literally changed college basketball
Mm-hmm.
because they had to go to the shot clock soon after that.
Yeah.
Because Villanova just decided, you know what? If we never give up the ball,
Yeah,
we got a shot.
they ran the old who used to run the 4 corners? Was it UCLA or
Smith,
or UNC? Yeah. 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 Mm-hmm.
A full game without ever thinking about taking a shot. The guy was
Yeah, it's
Georgetown did everything they could in that game to try and speed up the pace.
Mhm.
would be a great one if they
Also,
like if they inked up the jersey.
yeah. Oh, of course. Pat brought up our beverages earlier and said that he had been barred from drinking in the studio. No, just got to be an occasion.
Well, I
We
think
don't do it all the time.
Pat
but we
might
do
have
it
already been
sometimes.
drunk when he showed up that morning from the night before. We were like, "Do you
Oh,
really
yeah.
think this is a good idea, Pat? Maybe we can wait until we go out after." I don't know.
I mean, I woke up feeling pretty good this morning. So
Where were you last night?
where do you think I was last
Yeah.
night?
That's
Come on
Steve.
now.
Yeah.
Of course.
I was
He
at-
here right on time, Josh. You said he'd be here
True.
about 10:15.
Yeah,
Right on time.
yeah, it's about when I get here.
We were pacing pretty early. We ended up leaving a little early to get Nunez. Good time on the throughway, and I'm like, we're gonna have to buy some time here. That's why I was like, donuts are on the way. You can get donuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, Jim just reminded me with a joke. With like the people, with all the people in here, he's like, "Oh, I thought that might be his new band. I should probably promote that." I'll do that when we come back.
You were left out of the picture. They took a picture without you.
So they were a band, and then I joined.
Oh, okay.
And so the band was the three of them. So they have all these pictures that they took without me in it. So I've just been doing bits about it. It's fun.
It is fun little, every band does that stuff.
And we're back. Outside the Box Score with me, Mark Rowlands, your home for local sports in Syracuse on the Score 1260. Jim reminded me in the chat, kind of with a joke, saying that he thought all the people in here were my new band. I am in a band. I'm a guitar player, and we are playing a gig tomorrow night. If anyone's interested in going out at 10 o'clock p.m. on a Sunday, you can head to Ale's Wine and Whiskey Lounge downtown. And I just noticed the phones are ringing off the hook.
Really?
Oh, hello.
You take that.
Hello.
So I'll get that in just a second. But yeah, L's Wine and Whiskey Lounge tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Come see Pillars of Autumn, my new band.
Well, Vamp here.
Yeah,
Nunez, the kings of Vamp.
the phones are no longer ringing.
I love
so.
Hit the line again then.
Yeah, feel free to call in. We've got plenty of guys to fill space now.
Yeah.
Bang my line, bro.
315-671-1260 if you want to call in. 315-671-1260 here at the Score 1260. But yeah, Pillars of Autumn.
Now, 10 o'clock, everyone starts somewhere, I think.
Yep.
That's what this is the start of the thing. And, you play until it closes.
Yeah, we're 10 to 1. 3 hours of alt, indie, blues, classic rock, all sorts of stuff. We've got a really good mix of genres.
Covers is what you're doing? Or?
Yeah, a lot of we've got a few originals
Okay.
that I will say the two that I'm like familiar with, and there's others that they have done before I joined, but the two that I'm familiar with I think are very good.
I heard they're
Not
also
even blowing smoke. I think they're really good songs.
I heard you guys are also no stops. No breaks.
No,
3 hours straight.
Nope, we're doing 3 different sets. We are
No, I heard 3.
3 hours, and actually they're going to continue playing in the parking lot afterwards.
If they close us down, we will keep playing in the parking lot. I
Yeah,
have an extension cord for my amp.
We will continue to go just over and over and over and over and over and over again. And actually, they're just going to play the same song.
Yeah.
They're just going to keep playing I Believe in a Thing Called Love by The Darkness just over and over and over and over again.
That is not in our set list yet, but it will
Yet.
be.
Okay, so this is good because one of my coworkers, Nathan Alaki, who is listening and watching, I think he's watching on YouTube right now. We argue about this all the time. It is one of his least favorite songs ever.
What?
That song is so good.
That's
And
a
Nate,
fantastic song.
Nate, you're watching right now. I just like to tell you live on regional radio, you're wrong and you suck because that song is awesome.
Definition of a banger.
Thank you.
Incredible song.
Now, I hope we get this call in right now, and I
Yeah.
am just realizing that Mark is the only one that's going to be able to hear what Jamie's saying.
Well, I'm going to
and play it.
yeah, when Jamie when Jamie's speaking, I will mute my microphone so you guys can hear it through the speakers we have in the studio.
This is a great setup. Is Jamie the FedEx guy? Is this one of the 17 FedEx guys? I hear you guys have
Yes.
the entire FedEx union on the line.
Yes,
Yeah.
FedEx drivers love the Score 1260, and we love them for it.
Amen.
And we love Jamie, the FedEx guy, calling in right now. Jamie, what's going on, pal?
What's up, Mark? I'm jealous because you guys are getting to go to the Georgetown game today. I wish I knew. I should have looked at the schedule because I had an opportunity to swap weekends, work Sunday, and have Saturdays off. And it's kind of a shame that they got tickets available for $6 for an SU Georgetown game.
Oh.
That's pretty sad state of affairs. and that's why, like you said, the rivalry is dead. It's nice that they still play them because I'm a Georgetown fan, and they actually got a good team this year. So it's probably going to be a good game you guys are going to. So I hope you guys have a great time at the game. And one of the greatest rivalries ever back in the 80s and 90s was SU Georgetown, that's for sure.
Yeah, classic rivalry. This is, we all think, going to be one of the most competitive SU Georgetown games in recent years. What do you think, Jamie?
Oh, absolutely. Couldn't agree with you more. And one of my funnest memories of the old rivalry was the one game at the Dome when Thompson was egging the crowd on, waving his towel when he got ejected, and they threw oranges on the court. And Boeheim had to get on the speaker and say, "Hey, you guys, knock this off, or we're gonna not play the game." That was pretty neat.
Yeah, that is a
It's an
classic
all-timer.
one. Yeah, throwing oranges on the court is an all-time move by Syracuse fans.
Yeah, and like I said, it's just not the same, but I mean, it's still cool that they play them. So I hope you guys, like I said, I hope you guys have a great time. And I know you got a Georgetown fan in the studio.
Oh,
So
got a couple of them today.
yeah, so that's great. So at one time I wanted to wear some Georgetown gear up to the Dome back in the day, but my cousin wouldn't let me, so that was fun. He didn't want to get beat up. But yeah, you, like I said, you guys just have a great time. It's a beautiful day out here, and go Hoyas. Take down those orange men, or orange, whatever you call them.
Whatever you call yourselves.
Thank you, Jamie. Have a good weekend, all right, buddy?
You too, buddy.
All right, there he is, Jamie, the FedEx guy, chiming in. I knew he was going to call today. Big Georgetown fan. Always likes to take an opportunity to crap on Syracuse.
This is good.
Chance.
Gives them something to watch. Only 2 weeks away from the start of the tennis season again.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a quick turnaround in that sport. Those poor bastards who have to play tennis and get about maybe a month break.
I was gonna say it really is a short break for them.
Yeah, they basically get the holidays.
It's like it's not so much now, but like a couple years ago before they changed the golf schedule, it was like, yeah, you get like a month, and then you're just back to playing tournaments every single week. Great tournament this week, by the way. Have you watched any of that? I think it's the Grant Thornton Invitational. It's called.
I have not.
It is a 2-man tournament, but it's a PGA Tour Pro and an LPGA Tour Pro. They do. I don't remember if it's like Ryder Cup format or like yesterday was a scramble.
Oh, okay.
And really cool tournament. I caught some of it yesterday and played at a beautiful course. I don't remember where it is, but
you know who's leading?
I can get the leaderboard up.
Yeah, let's see it.
Yeah, it's alt shot today, so it's not just a scramble.
Was Jim on that?
Yeah, Jim was on that.
Jim, I mean, you are an enigma. I'll tell you, this guy knows every sport thing going on constantly. It kind of makes myself feel bad. I thought like at one time this was me, and now I've lost a step. Jim is still on it. Every sport that's going on.
Yeah, he's all over it, and we know Jim's a golf fan.
Well, that's true.
It's Jake Knapp and his counterpart, who this is going to be a fun name to try to pronounce. Patty Tavatanakit.
Let me see. It's a Greek?
No, she's Thai. Tavatanakit, I think.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah. So Patty Tavatanakit and Jake Knapp shot 14 under yesterday. 58 to take the lead. So fun tournament. Tavatana cat, apparently. Jim just said ... cat.
Now do the women play from the women's tees? On the alt shot, so they'll get to move out. Okay.
Yeah. So makes it, it's pretty fair.
Yeah, no, I was just wondering.
Yeah. So that's a good tournament. I forgot what we were talking about before that.
Figure out where the tournament is?
Oh, yeah, I can look that up. That was
maybe Jim knows already.
Jim probably knows.
He's already recorrecting yours.
It is at. Come on, phone.
Maybe, I mean,
someone gonna vamp or anything while I do this?
No, I just wanted to watch
sit here in silent.
Do you want a weather report? You want me to fire off a trivia question? What do you want me?
Hit me with a weather report.
Oh yeah, we got to get to trivia at some point.
I have incredible trivia, just like old times. Weather report though.
Tiburon Golf Club in Naples, Florida.
Okay, so weather report here, which I don't even have available right now, but nice 25 degrees and sunny here in Syracuse, New York today. Looking at a high of 29 degrees. Nice brisk Saturday afternoon. No snow in sight, and we're looking like a great day. Frosty breaths, ready to
It's college. This is college basketball weather.
This is college football weather, but yeah, absolutely.
Great day to be
yeah.
inside.
I agree.
That's it.
Okay. Thanks, Nunez. Thank you, Zach Nunez, with our weather report here on
Of course.
Outside the Box Score. Shout out Connor Fernberg, our former weather guy on Hot Stove,
Do you
the
think we'll
radio
ever see
edition.
him again?
No, but he's alive, so that's good.
Yeah,
He was in Rochester a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, he didn't even say what's up.
love it. I mean, that guy's an enigma.
He's a lone wolf. Yeah.
Yeah. Ever since he joined the army, it's just the radio silence
He's a hero.
from him.
He's a hero. I will say that.
He is a hero.
Pour one out for him on the board right now. Just,
It-
Just
He's a
like some
hero.
other guys that we know that are heroes. You know,
yeah.
we know plenty of heroes around.
we
these
we
parts.
know a lot of troops, a lot of vets, a lot of heroes.
a
So
lot of them in the Syracuse area too.
Jim just said Syracuse coach Fran Brown's son, Fran Jr., enters name into transfer portal after solid FCS season. Wonder where he might be going.
Syracuse.
So he has young kids and a college kid.
Yeah, he's got
Oh.
a few kids.
Yeah, did anybody
Um,
watch the FCS quarterfinals last night?
I did not.
Neither did I.
No.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I thought you were
Tremendous.
gonna. I thought you were gonna provide us with a report. there.
Montana State against North Dakota State was just a banger last night. I don't know.
We're gonna take a time.
Okay.
We got to regroup here. We're gonna come back. We've got some trivia to do.
Bang.
Zach Nunez, my good friend, providing us with some trivia questions today. An old segment that we used to do, as he now does the boom dance. Honorary Costco guys, Nunez and Josh. We're off the rails, so we'll try to get back on them when we come back here on Outside the Box Score. If you're a fan of local craft beer, the only place you need to go is Myers Creek Brewing Company, with 16 brews on tap at both the Cazenovia and Inner Harbor locations. Myers Creek has the best selection of locally brewed libations in all of Central New York. Want a nice hazy IPA? The Velvet Fog is a must-try. More of a traditional Pilsner, how about the Floatin' on By? And for you sour drinkers, the It Takes Blue to Mango. So crack open a cold one with the official beer of Outside the Box Score, Myers Creek.
Have you
Can't-
seen?
Stop!
have you
Stop!
seen-
Stop! Stop,
We're not
No.
doing the Mama Justice conversation.
No, just saying. Have you seen Jerry from Barstool?
Yes.
Every time a post comes up on his feed, he's just always quote tweets it with what comes across as an honest, like, I'm being serious here. Like, everyone wants to make these jokes about his daughter. That's crazy, but like, for real, the mom has got something. She does something to me, and I'm
Jerry's earnestness with everything he does
Yeah.
is fantastic.
Yeah.
He-
she's a very normal woman.
did you see they did the foreplay guys with Jerry did a match with Gruden?
No, I haven't
Yeah,
watched
it's
it.
fun.
Okay.
I'm feeling really nicey.
Who knew that John Gruden would be the breakout
TikTok
football
of,
content creator of
2024.
2024?
Well, he
Those
started.
videos are incredible.
I would say he started doing those weird videos with just in a dark room in his
Yeah.
home.
They're
And he's going-
fantastic.
It's got me feeling
Really nicey.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. He's on some sort of narcotic.
oh yeah.
It is.
Self-prescribed Adderall through the roof for this
Oh
guy.
yeah.
It is something.
He's reinvented himself. He was dead a couple years ago.
Yeah.
He lost his job.
Like that's the thing is, I had forgotten the reason he got fired. I was like, yeah, I remember this. The Raiders weren't great, but I
You just
didn't
thought
think.
it was because he was like they won 4 games.
Yeah,
you
like
know?
I was like, I remember that Raiders team not being very good, and then I looked it up. I was like, oh wait, that's right. We all hated this guy for
Yeah.
like 3 years.
got me feeling really nicey.
He was like this, and then he went. Whoop,
Yeah.
and now he's got to move himself back up.
My favorite ones is when he finishes when he doesn't time it right,
Yeah.
and he starts the clip like well before he needs to.
Yep.
And he finishes what he has to say, and then he just goes,
It sits there for for a second.
yeah, he's like, Saquon Barkley, 180 yards, 2 touchdowns. Look at him go. Who?
Oh God.
Yeah, he wanted to talk about Soto too.
Yeah, we'll get to it. I knew the show was gonna be off the rails.
Let it
so.
run long, man. We can go for a few hours.
Dude,
you know?
there are certain days where I'm like, screw it,
Go
just
and
do
go
another
and
hour.
go and go.
I think I should have the option every week when I come in if I want to do a 1 hour or
It's more of
2
a
hour
Is there a show
show.
on the end?
It's just national programming.
Nobody
side.
cares about CBS.
The it's not CBS anymore. It's the brand new Infinity Sports Network. We got a memo saying that we had to say
Do we have to say that?
well, like the
Hell, I will.
the
No.
score,
I'm not.
like
I'll
the
be
score
calling it
12.
CBS, damn it.
Yeah, the score 1260 email. It's like, hey, if you mention the national programming, it's not CBS anymore. You have to call it the new Infinity Sports Network. And I was like,
Not just the Infinity
sure.
Sports Network, but the new
Yeah.
Are
Yeah,
those sliders
sure.
telling me that?
And we're back.
Mark the button guy over there.
What?
You just clicking
Button
buttons
man?
all day.
Yeah. Yeah, you got buttons and stuff to push. It's hard to be a producer on your own show,
Yeah,
you know.
you're just sitting there and you're like, boop, beep, boop, boop, beep, boop, beep, hacking into the mainframe.
How'd this evolve into you calling me a nerd? What was that?
Got him, dude. Nice.
All right, Nunez, you have trivia.
Yeah,
Let's do
so-
some trivia.
So the winter meetings in baseball were this past week, which is cool, right? Everybody gets together and people get traded and deals happen. You know, I believe that Soto signed with the Mets since you guys last were on.
Yes,
air.
that is official now. 15 years, 765 million, with the chance to go up to 805, I believe.
Yeah. So I've got a couple of trade related, you know, because a lot of trades happen.
Yeah.
At the winter meetings. So we saw a couple this week.
Yep.
Garrett Crochet getting traded to the Red Sox. We saw Kyle Tucker to the Cubs. We saw Devin Williams to the Yankees.
Yep.
All while these teams are, you know, converging in Dallas. So I've got a couple of trade related questions and a couple other, you know, baseball,
sure.
general baseball questions. So the first one is going to be, I don't know if you guys saw earlier this week, but Spencer Horwitz, it was a prospect pitcher for the kind of prospect. He's been around for 9 gazillion years.
He's also not a pitcher.
Oh, right.
He's an infielder.
Oh my God. I was thinking of, who was I thinking of? Doesn't matter. Anyways.
Yeah.
The one, Nate Pearson is who I was thinking of.
That guy. Yeah, that guy's he was on top prospect list with Jerks and Profar.
Yeah. So anyway, Spencer Horwitz was traded in the deal in which the Blue Jays got Andres Jimenez.
Yep.
He was traded to Cleveland, and then he was promptly traded to Pittsburgh on the same day. So that is Spencer Horwitz was the second player in Major League Baseball history to be traded twice on the same day. I want you guys to tell me who the first player was, and I can give you the date.
Okay.
Yeah, hit me.
Yeah, the date, January 11th, 2017. January
Okay.
11th, 2017.
Oh, this lines or no, it doesn't quite line up with what I was thinking. January 11th. So it's after the winter meetings. Could you how many teams did this guy play for?
In the majors?
Yeah.
2, I believe.
Only
I will look it up.
Okay.
I'll look it up.
Because I was going to say, if you can give me a team that wasn't one of the ones involved in the deal, that might help.
Please don't look at my phone.
Well, yeah,
you're
I
on
was
the other
impressed.
side of the room.
I was impressed he didn't look up at anything. He was
Okay,
just off the
so-
dome.
Yeah, that was good.
He did play for a previous team
Okay.
before he got traded. So he came up to the majors in 2016.
Yep.
And then was traded in the offseason going into the 2017 season.
Yep.
And then after 2017 was traded twice. Or I'm sorry, during that 2016 season, he was traded from the team that he started on to another team.
What team did he come up with?
The Atlanta Braves.
Oh, so it's not the guy I
Okay.
was thinking.
So, wow.
Spent a couple years with the team that he was traded to the second time,
Mm-hmm.
and then actually made his way back to the team that he was traded to the first time.
So
At his final stop in the majors.
Braves, another stop, back to the second stop. I can't think of who this is.
He's an outfielder.
Outfielder.
That's definitely not who I was going to guess. Gio Gonzalez.
And around this time, statistically relevant, I will say. Not Adam Duvall.
Oh, that was a good guess, though. Yeah. He played for the Giants and the Reds. Yeah, he came. Yeah. Yeah.
Hunter Pence.
Nope.
Oh, not 2 teams.
No, he played
Way more teams.
Philadelphia, Houston,
Yeah,
Texas, San
Fran,
Francisco.
all those. Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of an outfielder that came up with Atlanta.
I'll give you the divisions. So he started with
Okay.
Atlanta. He was traded from Atlanta to the AFC West. Not the AFC. Keep calling it the AFC.
You keep doing
I
that,
did. This is
yeah.
The second time I've done it today. The AL West,
Uh-huh.
and then was traded from the AL West to the AL East on the same day. and then made his way back to that same AL West team.
Josh Reddick?
No, came up with Boston actually.
Mm.
And that was way before. You're guessing guys that are too old.
You're guessing guys that are too old.
I haven't thrown a guess out there
Well,
yet.
maybe start guessing. Too old.
AL West, AL East, back to that same AL West team that he never played for initially.
Previously, correct. Yeah. And I will tell you this, when I say statistically relevant, he led the majors in a major category in one of these seasons.
Is he still playing today?
His last season in the majors was 2020.
What the hell? So this guy played 4 years, led the league in a category. Is it
I think he's older.
no Malik Smith?
The answer is Malik Smith.
Yep,
He was
stolen
traded
bases.
from Atlanta to Seattle to Tampa on the same day,
And
then
then
made his way back to Tampa. He led the league in stolen bases in 2019 with 39 stolen bases, I believe. So Malik Smith is the only other player.
Because I was trying to think of home run leaders. I'm like, no, they wouldn't have only played 4 years.
They would have at least given him another contract.
Yeah,
You're
like
finding the guy who led the league in stolen bases when stolen bases weren't a thing
Exactly.
anymore.
He led
Yeah.
the majors in stolen bases with 39 stolen bases.
yeah, when no one was stealing
I'm gonna
bases.
check that
Billy
stat
Cruz
real
does
quick.
that in a week.
Yeah. All right. So second question.
Hit me.
A similar, a little bit, 46 steals in 2019. By the way, he led the majors with
Okay.
46 steals. Stole 40 bags in 2018 as
Yep.
well. But anyways, next question. I just want you guys to tell me the player who has been traded the most times in Major League history.
Edwin Jackson.
No.
Octavio Dotel.
No.
Who's someone else that's
I'll
played
tell you
for
this,
everybody?
This player was traded. This player is still active.
Kelly Johnson. No.
Still active in the sense that he played in 2024. I don't know if he'll be on the
Okay.
roster this year, but he's been traded 10 times over the course of his career.
Jeez. I was thinking a middle reliever. Like just some like maybe
Adam Ottavino.
No, he hasn't played for that many teams. Is it a lefty relief pitcher?
He's right-handed.
But it is a relief pitcher.
Yes, it is relief.
I knew it.
This is a
Oh
nightmare.
God, some middle
What
reliever.
add-on guy in every trade that you care about?
Tyler Clippard isn't still active anymore. Wow.
Nunez really. I mean, the problem is you give him some time off, he gets these sicko questions.
Oh yeah.
He had the
These all
audacity.
yesterday.
He had the audacity to tell me I might have a shot at these too. So I'm hoping the back half gets a little easier.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting Malik Smith to get mentioned on this.
Yeah,
show
off the
today.
rip. I mean, a guy who I. Yeah.
Well, I am a baseball
I
sicko.
know, but
I'm just relief pitcher. No, he hasn't played for that many teams. I'm trying to think of an old relief pitcher.
He is old.
Yeah.
He played this previous season in his age 40 year.
Oh, so he's like really old.
Yeah.
Jeff Samardzija still
Rich Hill?
kicking?
No.
Jeff Samardzija is not still around.
Who's the old
or no,
guy?
Rich Hill's 45.
Former Georgia Tech wide receiver with Jeff Samardzija.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or no, Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. Sorry. Notre Dame. He was on. Yeah, Brady Quinn was slinging him that rock.
Yeah. He was good too.
Yeah.
He was really good.
Rich Hill's the Yankees guy now, right? Wasn't he? Didn't he pitch for the Yankees
That's
this
Tim
year?
Hill, you're thinking.
That's
Tim
Tim
Hill.
Hill,
Oh.
yeah. Who is also a soft tossing lefty.
Yeah.
Oh, you said the guy's right-handed.
Yeah.
Um,
Old man righty.
David Robertson?
Old man, father time. Old man.
Has he spent a significant amount of time with any team?
Most he spent with a team. He has spent 5 seasons with the team he played with last year in different stints.
Of course.
Jesus.
Yeah, of course, he's been there probably 3 times.
This is about the time I
Yeah,
clock out.
yeah.
I'm out.
I got nothing.
All right, the answer is the one spectacled wonder, Jesse Chavez.
Oh,
Jesse Chavez.
He's gone back and forth with the Braves like
Yeah.
6 times.
Syracuse,
Yeah, Oakland, Cleveland.
Yeah.
He's been all over
Yep.
the place. Yeah,
Jesse
that makes
Chavez
sense.
has been traded.
I didn't realize he was still active.
He pitched.
Jim guessed Will Smith, by the way, which
It's not a terrible.
it's not a
guess.
terrible
Where's
guess.
the innings pitched?
The catcher?
No,
I'm kidding. I mean,
Jesse Chavez pitched 60,
the actor.
Jesse Chavez pitched
The rapper?
63 innings for the Braves this past year.
Wow.
with a 3.13 ERA.
He's still good.
All right, next question. Next question's a multiple choice question. I'm going to give you guys each an opportunity to answer,
Okay.
but it will be multiple choice.
It's gonna
So
be disgusting.
the year is 1920. We're going back to 1920. Here.
Ugly Johnny Dick shot.
No, it's not. It's not Arlie Latham. It's not
Catfish.
It's not Catfish.
Catfish Hunter played in the 70s.
Yeah. All right. So
That was
the
his
year
brother.
is 1920, and there is a player. I just want you to tell me there was a future Major League Hall of Famer who was traded for the money necessary for his previous team to build a fence.
Oh God!
Traded for $3,500 for his previous employer to build a fence.
I've heard this before.
And I will give
So the
you.
name won't give you.
I will give you the names.
Okay.
Your answers. Your options are Harry Heelman,
Mm-hmm.
Goose Goslin,
Mm-hmm.
Rogers Hornsby,
Mm-hmm.
or Lefty Grove. Everybody gets an opportunity to give me an answer.
Well, obviously they built the Grove off of Lefty, the fence. That's how he got his nickname, Lefty Grove. I'm gonna go with Lefty.
Mr. Bohem, would you like to go next?
Yeah, Lefty was my guess too. So
Okay. Zach or Nunez, by the way, we got a Christian in chat saying, "I love Zach Nunez. He's so cool."
He's my coworker. Shout out to Christian.
Yeah.
He missed me doing the We Bring the Boom thing. He would have loved you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Give me the first two options again.
The first two options were Harry Heelman and Goose Goslin. We also have Rogers Hornsby and Lefty Grove.
I thought the name would ring a bell, but it doesn't. I've heard the story before. I'm gonna go with Goslin.
Okay. The answer is Lefty Grove.
Oh,
In
nice.
1920, he was traded by the Martinsburg Mountaineers to the Baltimore
Sure.
Orioles for $3,500 for the Martinsburg Mountaineers to replace an outfield fence that had been leveled by a storm.
A couple of then minor league teams.
Yeah.
Martinsboro.
shout out to me, West Virginia College, University of Charleston.
What?
Martinsburg, West
Oh.
Virginia.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, my buddy Brett Hayes. Shout out Brett, Martinsburg, New Martinsburg. Congratulations.
Yeah.
All right.
I was just
Former
actually
employer
that
of
did
Lefty
end
Grove.
up working because I was just about to say where the hell is Martinsboro, so I guess I'll give. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I've got
Odd timing.
two more questions for you. One is trade related, one is not.
Okay.
So there have been two World Series MVPs in the history of Major League Baseball, period.
Mhm.
Yep,
that's it.
There have been
Only
two.
two. They played.
There have been two Major League or World Series MVPs who did not start the season
Mhm.
on the team they won World Series.
I know
MVP
one.
for. Now I'm going to exclude you from this question because that's I know.
Okay.
Is the one the Braves guy? It just happened.
Everybody shush.
Yeah.
There are two. Oh my God, Jorge Soler was one of them. Huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, see, this must have been written before that happened.
Damn
because I
it!
got this from an article.
I had
Oh,
one
okay,
answer.
So,
yeah,
unrelated,
that-
but yes, Jorge Soler.
Yeah,
so
Jorge
there have been
Soler is
three.
one of them.
There have been three. I completely forgot about that. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. There have been three. So Jorge Soler.
Okay.
In 2021.
Yep.
Woo.
It was Don Clendenden.
Clendenden, former major league manager with one of the greatest meltdowns of all time.
1969 with the Mets.
Yep.
There's one more player that's done it. I want you to tell me who that player is, and I will tell you.
Was it between them or
It is between them. It's post 2000s.
I'll let
Or
you.
post 2000.
I'll let you guys kick around at first because I have a couple of guesses that I think it might be.
Where are you thinking?
Well, I mean, I can throw a couple out there if you want me to.
I think you should just
Okay,
show off a little bit here.
I'm trying to remember with David Eckstein.
It's not David Eckstein.
Okay, so it wasn't him in 06 with the Cardinals. Nope, it's not. It's not Edgar Renteria in 2010 with the Giants. I'm just trying to think of like random World Series MVP. Oh,
Mhm.
Steve Pierce.
Steve Pierce is correct.
Yeah, with the
He started
2018
season
with the Red Sox.
with the Pirates.
Yeah.
And was traded to the Red Sox
Yeah.
during the season. Yep. Steve Pierce.
Tremendous. Excellent.
Boston
Yep.
legend Steve
Yeah,
Pierce.
Boston legend Steve Pierce. All right. I've got one more question for you, and this one, could be an easy one.
Mm-hmm.
Could be difficult. You could overthink.
Why are you
it.
looking at me?
I'm just saying it could be an easy one.
Yeah.
All right. I just want you to tell me the country anywhere in the world. What country has produced the most Major League Baseball players per capita in the world? Per capita means per 1 million
Yeah.
The
citizens.
Dominican Republic.
That's it. Isn't it that like San Pedro de Macorís or whatever it is, the country that has all the players? No, that's not it.
The country that has all the players.
Yeah,
no,
it
it
is.
is. No, it is not.
Not that. It's not that.
Is it Curacao?
It is.
Yeah.
It is Curacao. Curacao,
Very,
on
very
average,
small island.
has produced 36.56 Major League Baseball players per 1 million people in
Yep.
Curacao.
I was thinking San Pedro de Macorís.
I see. Well, it was not. It was not them. It was,
Yeah.
it was Curacao.
Yeah, you know, Andrew Jones, Xander Bogaerts from Aruba.
They got all those kids playing
Yeah.
Holy World Series too. I should have known.
And,
Such a small island.
they're always they're always in the World Baseball Classic.
Yeah.
Kenley Jansen, and they represent the Netherlands because it's a territory of the Netherlands.
Yeah.
In
but-
this day and age.
Yeah.
Goddamn Dutch.
That's it. I thought I had 6 questions. I had 5. So
Okay.
That's
Beautiful.
That's it for trivia. Yeah,
Thank you for the
absolutely.
trivia, Nunez.
course.
Always fun.
Yeah.
Love doing trivia with you guys. We do have to take a timeout. We'll come back and be right back. You're on Outside the Box Score. I should probably play the Myers Creek ad.
Hit the
instead of
ad!
Just going to the thing. There we go. For the best local beer in Central New York, the only place you need to look is Myers Creek Brewing Company, with 16 different beers on tap at both the Inner Harbor in Syracuse and the Palace that is the Casanova location. Myers Creek has something for everyone. Want a bite to eat? Both locations feature a kitchen with delicious pizzas, some of the best wings in Syracuse, and much more. Make sure to check out our friends at Myers Creek Brewing Company, the official bar of Outside the Box Score. I found a bunch of old notes from Hot Stove recently. I was going through my Google Doc trying to clear some stuff out. And it's just a bunch of Hot Stove notes and a bunch of sportscasts and stuff I wrote for the Man Child show.
Turning 40 slowed me down. Nugenix Total T has been a game changer for me.
What is it about Nugenix Total T that's different?
It's a key ingredient called Tesnor. It boosts free testosterone to help you get back the drive and energy from your youth. Total T is backed by 5 clinical studies.
I've seen the
Adam
huge
Dunn.
difference it's made for you in the gym, at work, and in the
Joey
bedroom.
Gallo.
I'm so
Yep.
glad I sent them a text for my
Brandon
complimentary
Belt,
bottle. Text
Rafael
TAP
Palmeiro
to
in
42424.
Brandon
right
Belt
now for your
shocks me.
complimentary
That guy
bottle of
grounded out to
Nugenix
first
Total T.
base
Nugenix
seemingly
Total
half
T
the
is
time.
testosterone boosting brand at
Mike
GNC
Trout,
and Walmart.
2019
Do it
and
now, and we'll
2020.
also
And
send
then
you a
Frank
bottle of
Thomas,
Nugenix
3
Thermo
times,
X, our
2002,
newest, most powerful fat
2006.
burner ever.
Just refused to hit a
Absolutely
ground
free.
ball.
Text TAP to
I had
42424. That's TAP to 42424.
Yeah, it did.
Products and statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any
Well,
disease
yeah,
or illness.
I think it was his last season was the first time he ever hit a fly ball to the pitcher.
It's a bottle of wine, a salad,
Yeah.
their amazing roasted chickpeas, my choice of sliders, and my choice of flatbread. There isn't a better deal in Syracuse.
Lacey's. Yeah.
I watched that episode.
Wednesday through
really?
Saturday,
Yeah.
I love the fun of sharing tapas.
Yeah,
pizza,
well, no, I
variety
just
of
watched
food,
it like a
spending
week
lot.
ago.
Plus, there are
Yeah,
deal
I went
specials
back and
every
watched
day,
some
all
old
day,
Hot
like
Stove
half-off
stuff, and that
bottles
was
of
one of the
wine
ones I
Wednesday,
watched.
The other one
$8
was,
signature
they were
martinis on
corn
Thursday,
mashed
buy
potatoes
one,
on
get one
acid and
sangria Fridays, and $5
Yep.
craft drafts on Saturday.
Trying to find. I
That sounds
just had
amazing.
this pulled
I
up
love
of
the historic Howley
the
Green
movies
area.
because
It's
Adam had
so
asked me.
lovely and so close to
No,
downtown, and that's it.
That is
No.
still maybe the hardest I've ever laughed.
Well,
Oh,
then
Christmas
let's go
movie. Because yeah,
together.
Adam was like, "What's your favorite Christmas movie?" And I was like, "Well, no," because I was showing him. I just randomly pulled up Christmas Vacation
Mhm.
the other day, and I was watching it, and I streamed in the Discord. He's like, "Oh, I've never seen it," so I started showing it to him, and he's like, "Is this your favorite?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I think so." And then I was like, "Well, let me pull up. I did a thing on this." So I was like, and it was. But
Over 500 used, one location. Shop the used car and
Yeah.
truck warehouse
Oh,
and
hell yeah.
everywhere at Drivers Village.
there is a
I don't
nice
even remember
note.
what I
at
said.
DVUs.
There is a nice note, and I'll say
Getting
because we're
quality
on
employees
I probably
to fill
said something
positions in
wrong.
your company
Streaming
is
now.
essential, but finding those
Oh,
people
there you
can
go.
be a major hassle.
Um,
Unless you
but there's a
use
note on the
ZipRecruiter.
Christmas movie one.
ZipRecruiter makes
No,
finding
action
quality
movie.
people a breeze.
I'm still on
ZipRecruiter's
Christmas.
advanced
Christmas note.
technology
There's an honorable
identifies
mention that
candidates with
Prancer is
the
gay as
finest
shit.
skills.
That's
And
what I
since
wrote
you're
as
then you can
something
easily
to bring
invite
up
them
for
to apply.
content
4
purposes.
out of
so.
5 employers
Which
who
is
post
true.
on
I still stand by
ZipRecruiter
that.
get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ziprecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's
Both.
ziprecruiter.com/free.
And we're back outside the box score with me, Mark Rowlands, your home for local sports in Syracuse on the score 1260 on this SU Georgetown game day as we all prepare to go to the JMA Wireless Dome and take in some lovely college basketball.
Hashtag not my name. It's the Carrier Dome.
Fair.
I hear the people in Syracuse are kind of sour on Carrier though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they kind of screwed over the
Okay,
entire
so never
city of
mind.
Syracuse.
Hashtag
So
not my Carrier Dome. It's the
It-
JMA Wireless.
that's like why I didn't care that much
You're
because I was
shafting
like,
'em.
yeah, dude, Carrier screwed the city for
Okay, never mind then.
Just up and leaving randomly.
Mhm.
Didn't your dad used to work there?
No.
No. I thought I
Nope.
remember you saying
One of
that.
his-
I'm sorry, Roger. That's
I,
what
I
thought
know I know people that used to work
Sure.
at Carrier.
One of
but
his
not my
cousins,
father.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
Like,
someone in my family certainly did. Quick go around the room. Predictions for the game. Mr. Boheem, let's start with you.
I actually think this is going to be a tight game like we talked about. I think Georgetown wins 62-58.
Ooh, low scoring game.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I haven't watched a lick of Georgetown basketball this year, and
Uh-huh.
I've watched like one Syracuse game, like the
Fair.
second game of the season, the Colgate game that you guys went to.
Yep.
I watched that. So I just hope both teams have fun. And
the fans win this one.
I will be, like I said, I told you, I don't have any vested rooting interest in this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheer every time a bucket is put into the bucket.
That's
So,
fair.
I'm just gonna be like woohoo. So I'll say we go to a tie after 8 overtimes. People get tired and then they just send everybody home. And it's gonna be like 168. This is the low scoring 8 overtime game. 168.
So they're
to
gassed.
168. At some point, I mean, they're putting you and me out on the court.
Yeah,
They've all fouled
we're
out.
getting minutes. Yeah.
Everybody's fouled out. They're starting to call fans.
Autry's checking in at point guard.
Yeah. So,
Red could still get a bucket. I guarantee it.
Oh, he could.
I'm probably gonna eat some. They got good food at the Dome.
Chicken tendies.
Is it
Yeah,
is it
good
normal, just like a
tendies.
week?
Yeah,
Do
it's-
they have,
yeah.
do they have
Well,
anything special? Is there
Dome
special-
nachos are
Dome nachos.
it's special.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to get some dome nachos, and then I might buy like a shirt or
Mhm.
something. Who knows, right?
Sure.
Sure.
Go orange, I guess.
Go orange.
I'm pro. Or I've decided recently. This is an announcement that I'd like to make on Outside the Box Store, and I'll stop hogging your time here.
Yep.
By all means.
But I would like to announce that moving forward, I am officially a fan of Syracuse football. I've
Hell
pledged my
yeah.
allegiance to the Orange football program. Kyle McCord won me over. Fran Brown won me over. And we're ready to rock. Go Orange.
Go orange. Winners get washed.
Fran Brown could get me to lead a revolution somewhere.
Yeah,
I agree.
mean,
Yeah.
They've decided to recruit the best names in college football. Kyle McCord is a baller,
mhm.
and
Yeah.
I'm excited for next season.
Got a
Me and
guy
Fr-
named Boobie Johnson coming in.
What bowl game are they playing in again?
The Holiday Bowl.
Yeah.
San Diego.
San Diego.
No,
No,
it's in
Washington
San
State.
Diego.
San Diego,
They're,
okay.
they're playing Washington State.
Oh yeah, beat the Cougs, man.
Me and Fran, just a couple of colleagues taking over the university. That's what we do. And I'm going to say close, but high scoring, I think. Both
Yeah,
teams
I
are bad.
agree.
I'm going 85-82 Hoyas.
Okay.
That's my guess. It's tight all the way. Good scoring.
I was thinking, I of course I'm going to pick Syracuse.
Obviously, I'd expect
And,
nothing else.
Yeah, and I was thinking of like 87-80 was
like that.
around what I was thinking.
I like the
So,
80s.
Free
say-
throw action at the end.
yeah, it's SU's going to get fouled towards the end, miss half of them, and end up getting. I'll say 87-80 Syracuse. Game total is 152.
I was just going to say Jimbo, 151 and a half.
You
I
guys
saw
like
it,
the over,
152.
he's taking the under.
Yeah, I like the over. I tend to like the over in Syracuse games because we can't play defense. So
That's right.
SU terrible defensive team.
I see.
So I tend to lean over in those games. I like a high scoring game, but we talked about before the show, guard play is that's what's
Yep.
gonna make the difference in this game. Georgetown has better guard play right now. And
Monk and Epps.
yeah, and with JJ Starling out, this is an entirely different Syracuse team. I like Donnie Freeman to have a good game. He's really found his footing in the past couple of games. Georgetown is okay 7-2, and I think Syracuse is a decent 5-4. So
Yeah.
I think these two
Should
teams
be
match up pretty well. Looking forward to it. Always fun going to an SU Georgetown game. I think this is my fifth,
Okay.
fourth or fifth, somewhere around there. Dating back to when they were both both in the Big East, and the game actually meant something to most people, and not just me sitting there longing for the days of our old conference.
Going, yeah, dude.
Yeah, I know it makes me sound much older than I am. I just miss the Big East, man. That's
Still around, dude.
Yeah, it's
well,
still a thing.
I miss being in the Big East.
Yeah. Oh, they got too big. They got too commercial.
It's either
Syracuse won a title, and they were, you know what? We're too big for this.
yeah.
Yeah,
We-
You
we
could
need
have
to go play with the big dog.
it was just football.
you could have stayed in the Big East, but you never have Fran Brown. What do you take?
Well, that's true.
You never have a football program. Halfway is decent.
Yeah, good point. That's a good point. But just stay in the Big East for basketball. That's all I ask. Josh, Zach, Mike, thank you all for being here. Thank you to everyone for listening. We'll be back next week. Same time, same channel, 11 a.m. right here on the Score 1260. We'll see you then. Peace.
Listen on radio. Smart